In today's video, we are going to see what Cleveland Magazine ranks as the top 5 East Side suburbs. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Living in Cleveland. I'm Patty Salciali, and I make videos about all things Northeast Ohio, Northwest Ohio, even down south. You know the drill. If you don't want to miss my videos, hit the subscribe, hit the like, leave me some comments. I love them. I actually do make videos based on your comments. So today, Cleveland Magazine. I got a lot of my content from Cleveland Magazine. This pretty much, if you live in Cleveland, you should get this magazine. Everything you need to know is in here. Where to go shopping, where to eat, where to live, where to send your kids to school, blah, blah, blah. This particular issue is the best of CLE. There you go. I happen to have it just laying around. But every year, Cleveland Magazine comes out with its list of the top 20 suburbs of Cleveland. I think it comes out April or May, and I usually always do a video on it. What's the number one suburb? So this week I thought I would break it up into the east side, the west side, and then the down south. So this week we are going to start with the top 5 east side suburbs as determined by the Cleveland Magazine. Now, every year they've been doing this for I don't know how many years. They put so many indicators into this thing that they put out this issue. They're probably already working on it. What's going to be the best suburb of 2024, 2023? I think it was Beachwood. The year before it was Rocky River. It's always the same few. Pike. There's usually more east side suburbs than there are west side suburbs, but there's always like 2 or 3 west side that make the top 10. But I'm going to be honest with you, they're a little more biased towards the east side. So let me just tell you, if you're not familiar with the Cleveland area, I actually had a gentleman here in town over the past weekend. He really wasn't too sure, didn't know Cleveland area too much other than the Cleveland Clinic main campus area, but knew he needed to find a place that was, drivable to the Cleveland Clinic, but wasn't sure about east side, west side, south. So I showed him a couple properties, and then I said, hey, until we meet again tomorrow, if you want to drive around, check out this area. And I sent him to Chagrin Falls, Moreland Hills, Russell, all that around there. No, it was like more like Gates Mills area. So he drove around all there, and then I met him in Medina, way down south, the next day. And he even said, he goes, you can feel the difference in the vibe in the east side versus the west side, and then even down south. I'm like, totally, right? He's like, yeah. I go, that's why I tell people when they're moving to Cleveland, you got to figure it out for yourself. It's not like if people who are born in Cleveland, like my family lives on the west side, I have to stay on the west side, or no, I grew up on the west side, I hated it, I want to be an east sider. People who are Clevelanders know whether they're a west sider or an east sider. I am a west sider, but I would love to live in Chagrin Falls. It's my dream. Really, it is my dream. But people who haven't been here, they have no idea. But this happens almost, I have to say, every single time I've taken clients out, they really go, I'm going to take you on the east side, I'm going to take you on the west side, I'm going to take you down south. And they're all like, either, oh no, I feel more at home on the east side. They know it. I'm like, you're just going to know whether you're going to feel comfortable and at home on the east side or the west side. I don't really include the south side because I feel like more of that's more east side vibe or west side vibes. Like Medina, Brunswick, that's all more same vibe as the west side compared to those east side suburbs. So without further ado, let's figure out and go into what Cleveland Magazine thinks the top 5 east side suburbs are. And I'm going to start from the end and I'm going to go backwards. I don't know if I agree with it. This is just what Cleveland Magazine said. Okay. So number 5, let's talk about Chagrin Falls. So Chagrin Falls, a little bit more south, but still an east side suburb. And I would say it's my favorite just because the downtown area is so cute. It's got, it's got waterfalls. And when my client, he went through Chagrin Falls Friday, he was like, gosh, I wish it wasn't so early. He goes, I just wanted to stay there and eat dinner, but it was 3 PM. It was nowhere near dinner time. He's like, I just could have spent the entire afternoon in Chagrin Falls. Adorable. Boutique shops. I've done a whole video on Chagrin Falls. Hopefully I'll remember to put it up there. It's just so cute. I think I did it in November one year, but they already had all the Christmas decorations out, and it was just a beautiful fall day. We were walking around without any coats on, and Chagrin Falls is on a hill. The schools are top rated, and at Halloween time, the kids take all the pumpkins and they roll them down this hill and they all smash at the bottom. Housing's beautiful. I mean, you're going to get $1 million houses out there, but there are definitely affordable options out in Chagrin Falls. It's my favorite of all the East Side suburbs. It's where I want to be, but Cleveland Magazine ranks at number 5. Okay, but who knows? That could change every year. Okay, number 4, Shaker Heights. No surprise there. Shaker Heights' whole tagline is "Live the Shaker lifestyle." Beautiful homes. I mean, come on. I did a video last year right around this time, and I was able to get into some homes that they were for sale. They were empty, and I went in and videoed them all. Absolutely stunning. Schools are great. So many amenities. The park system they have. I mean, this is old school money on steroids. You just mansions and just walking around, just a walkable area. My cousins recently moved to Shaker from the Portland, Oregon area. Their house is beautiful. We just spent Christmas Day there. And my daughter, both my daughters, they'll watch their dogs when they go out of town. And last year, it was right the week after Christmas. It was like New Year's week. She was watching the dogs, and my husband and I, we came out there. We had to bring her something. I'm like, let's do a Shaker video. So we did, and we were able to walk into these homes that have been rehabbed and absolutely stunning. And my daughter, she was like, I'm loving living the Shaker life. She's like, I walk the dogs around. Of course, all the Christmas lights were still up. She's like, I'm just walking around the neighborhood like I own the joint. She's like, I walk the dogs, and then I take them back, and then she'd go to the gym, because she belongs to Planet Fitness. She'd go anywhere. She goes, I go to the gym, and then I go to Starbucks and get my coffee, and then I go to Whole Foods and I get my meals for the day. So she absolutely loved it. Now, living in Shaker comes with a cost. Shaker Heights has one of the highest tax rates in all of Cleveland. And I think it's Shaker Heights, Cleveland Heights, University Heights, the highest in all of the city. So my cousins even said, they're like, oh, we were so excited to leave Portland where a house their size would be $2 million. And they got their house for $550 or something, but we weren't expecting the taxes. She's like, because the taxes alone make their mortgage payment just as much as their $1 million house in Portland, Oregon. So be prepared to pay the taxes. But they absolutely love it there. They have twin little girls. They're, I think, in the 1st grade. The school's right across the street. It's just ideal to raise a family. So many great amenities. Now, my only beef with Shaker Heights, and when you see the video, I talk about it, it's hard to get to. It was planned that way. It's a planned community, and the history on Shaker Heights is absolutely fascinating, and I think I talk about it in my video. But from the west side, you got to take 90, then you got to take 176 or whatever, and then you have to go on this opportunity corridor, and then you have to drive through some sketchy areas until you get to Shaker Square, and then you're in Shaker. So that's my one beef. In fact, that's my beef with about most of the East Side suburbs, especially Shaker Heights. So number 4, I agree, it should be on the list. Okay, number 3, no surprise, Pepper Pike, another East Side suburb that ranks really high all the time, and I think it's been number 1 before. Pepper Pike is money, 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 luxurious estates, excellent schools. The tax rates are so not terrible. You're close to Beachwood, and I'll get to Beachwood. Spoiler alert, shopping is in Beachwood, so you're close to that, you're close to downtown, but if you got money to burn, you want to sprawl out, Pepper Pike's the best place to be. I think I've done a video on Pepper Pike. If not, I need to. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Of course, it makes the top 3. Not surprised. Okay, number 2, Solen. No surprise there. I think of Solen, and I just think of the schools, because the schools are just absolutely top-notch. They're usually rated in the top 5 in the entire state of Ohio. So I usually just think of the schools. Solen schools are just, everybody knows Solen schools are one of the best in the area. But also, it's a great place to live. It services, the school system services, I think, Moreland Hills. I mean, lots of big estates out there, but it's a very large suburb. So there's housing for everyone. You could get a regular, mid-century ranch. You could get a luxurious estate, on 5 acres. Solen is just huge, but great sense of community, great school system, decent tax rates, close to shopping, close to highways. I agree. Number 2, Solen. All right, number 1, and I already gave a little spoiler alert, but I do this video every year. And I already did this video. The number 1 East Side suburb, according to Cleveland Magazine, is Beachwood. And why is that, Beachwood? Well, it's got everything there. First of all, And I'm all big about transportation. I can't stand having to drive through little streets. Well, sometimes if it's in the country, I'll like it. But I want to get on the highway, get off the highway, and be where I want to be. Especially if I'm going shopping. Because I'm sorry, Cleveland's a little biased. All the good shopping is in Beachwood. We don't have any of that good stuff here in the West Side. So if I want to go to the Crate and Barrel, I got to go out there. Restoration Hardware, got to go out there. Saks, I got to go out there. Nordstrom, I got to go out there. I want to get there and I want to get home. Super close to the highways. Love it. Now, if you're living there, they have a great recreation system, amazing like swim facilities, aquatic center. The schools are excellent. The programs that they have there. And if you go online, you go to ODE, it may like, oh, it's not the best there, but you got to look beyond test scores. You got to look at their extracurriculars, the languages they offer, the music programs, the theater programs. They are just renowned, well known for all of those things. So top of the notch education systems, top of the notch, is that even a word? Top notch shopping, restaurants. It's all there. The park systems are amazing. What else? Taxes are low because of all the industry there. Housing, you could buy, an older home in an older neighborhood for $300,000, or you can go into millions and millions of dollars and get these huge, sprawling, luxurious estates. It's all there for you. It's close to a lot of universities. You have John Carroll out there. Right next door in University Heights, you have Notre Dame College of Ohio, where I got my master's degree. You have Ursuline Academy. Close to, you get on the highway, you're close to downtown, Case Western Reserve, Cleveland State. A lot of medical facilities out that way. You're close to the Cleveland Clinic, but there's so many satellite offices for, healthcare everywhere in the Cleveland area. But Beachwood definitely, it checks off all the boxes. So I have to say, Cleveland Magazine does its homework. Let me know if you agree, if you don't agree. Now, all of these were in Cuyahoga County, pretty sure, right? Yeah, they were all in Cuyahoga County. So don't yell at me if I left out a suburb that's maybe in Geauga County, because I'm not covering Geauga County, because I go on and on. I could do a whole video on Geauga County, and I've done it before. So leave me your comments, what you think. And hey, if there's a city you'd like to see a video on, leave a comment. I just did a video for another week for another suburb that somebody wanted me to do a video on that I actually haven't covered yet. So leave the comments. I love it. And hey, if you're looking to move to the Cleveland area, need some more information, you want somebody to show you around, give me a call. I'm your person. My info's down below. And in the meantime, enjoy the East Side.